What if the greatest spiritual journey wasn't found in grand, heroic acts, but in the smallest, most ordinary moments of life? Discover the little way of Saint Thérèse of Lisieux, a path to profound sanctity hidden in plain sight. Welcome to The Cross Remains, where we explore the eternal truths of our Catholic faith and the inspiring lives of those who walked closely with Christ. My name is Michael, and today we journey into the heart of France to uncover the extraordinary story of Saint Thérèse of Lisieux, the Little Flower, a Carmelite nun whose simple yet profound spirituality continues to touch millions. Born Thérèse Martin in Alençon in 1873, she would become one of the most beloved saints of modern times, offering a revolutionary approach to holiness that teaches us how even the smallest acts of love can lead us to God. Her life, though outwardly uneventful, was an intense spiritual adventure, a testament to God's boundless love and mercy. Thérèse was the youngest of 9 children, though only 5 daughters survived to adulthood. Her parents, Louis and Zélie Martin, were devout Catholics who instilled in their children a deep love for God and the Church. The Martin household was a cradle of faith, prayer, and charity, providing fertile ground for Thérèse's spiritual development. Tragically, Thérèse lost her mother, Zélie, when she was just 4 years old, a loss that profoundly impacted her sensitive spirit and marked her early childhood with a deep sense of vulnerability. This early sorrow would, in time, shape her understanding of suffering and God's compassionate embrace. Following her mother's death, Thérèse's older sister, Pauline, stepped into a maternal role, becoming a second mother to her. However, when Pauline entered the Carmelite convent at Lisieux, it was another significant separation for Thérèse, leading to a period of intense emotional suffering she later described as a moral illness. Despite this, her yearning for God only grew stronger. Her early life was marked by extreme sensitivity, often dissolving into tears. Yet, it was through these very human weaknesses that God would later reveal the strength of His grace, transforming her into a spiritual giant. At the tender age of 10, Thérèse experienced what she called her Christmas miracle. On Christmas Eve of 1886, a moment of profound grace liberated her from her excessive sensitivity and childish ways. Overhearing her father wish she wouldn't be so spoiled, Thérèse felt a sudden, inexplicable inner transformation. From that night forward, she claimed to have put on strength and embarked on a new spiritual maturity, forever shedding the tears of her childhood. This pivotal event ignited her desire for holiness and strengthened her resolve to enter the Carmel. Thérèse felt an irresistible call to religious life from a very young age. Her desire to enter the Carmelite monastery, following her sisters Pauline and Marie, was intense and unwavering. However, due to her youth, she faced numerous obstacles and rejections from both her family and ecclesiastical authorities. This period of waiting and longing only intensified her fervent prayers and solidified her conviction that God was indeed calling her to this path of self-sacrifice and devotion. Her determination was a testament to her deep spiritual maturity beyond her years. In a bold and audacious move, Thérèse, accompanied by her father, embarked on a pilgrimage to Rome at the age of 14, hoping to gain special permission from Pope Leo XIII to enter Carmel. During an audience with the Holy Father, she directly pleaded her case, despite being told by a vicar general not to speak. Her courage and unwavering faith in the face of authority are truly remarkable. Though initially denied, her persistent plea left a lasting impression on all present, highlighting her extraordinary spiritual resolve and singular focus on serving God in the cloister. Finally, in April 1888, at the age of 15, Therese fulfilled her lifelong dream and entered the Carmelite convent at Lisieux. The cloistered life, with its strict rules, silence, and rigorous prayer schedule, was not easy, especially for one so young. Yet Therese embraced it with joy and determination, seeing every daily task, every sacrifice, as an opportunity to express her love for God. This seemingly ordinary life became the crucible in which her extraordinary spiritual path, the little way, would be forged. Within the walls of Carmel, Therese developed her unique spirituality, which she later termed her little way of spiritual childhood. It wasn't about performing heroic grand gestures, but about finding holiness in the ordinary, in consistent acts of love, humility, and complete trust in God's mercy. For Therese, every small sacrifice, every kind word, every hidden act of virtue, offered with pure love, was as precious to God as the greatest deeds of saints. This profound insight makes her a guide for all who feel unworthy or incapable of great spiritual feats. Therese understood that not everyone is called to be a great missionary or a martyr, but everyone is called to love. Her little way emphasizes doing little things with great love. This meant enduring annoyances with patience, performing duties with diligence, and showing kindness even when unappreciated. It was a radical approach to sanctity, democratizing holiness by making it accessible to all, regardless of their state in life or perceived spiritual gifts. It's a powerful reminder that our daily lives are fertile ground for growing in virtue and drawing closer to God. Central to Therese's spirituality was her absolute trust in God's merciful love. She believed that God's love was not reserved for the perfect, but was especially extended to those who recognized their own smallness and weakness. She saw herself as a little child in the arms of a loving Father, confident that He would pick her up when she stumbled. This profound trust allowed her to approach God with complete abandon, unburdened by fear or self-reproach, encouraging us all to embrace our vulnerabilities and offer them to divine mercy. Therese was a prolific letter writer, and at the command of her superiors, began to write her autobiography, Story of a Soul. This work, published posthumously, became an instant spiritual classic, introducing her little way to a global audience. Through her writings, millions have discovered the path to sanctity through spiritual childhood, finding encouragement and practical guidance for their own spiritual journeys. Her profound insights, expressed with disarming simplicity, continue to resonate deeply with people seeking authenticity and joy in their faith. Despite her outward simplicity, Therese experienced profound spiritual trials, particularly during the last 18 months of her life, when she suffered from a dark night of the soul. She endured intense spiritual dryness and doubts about the existence of heaven, feeling a thick fog obscuring her faith. Yet even in this profound darkness, she clung to her trust in God, choosing to believe and love even when she felt nothing. This period of intense suffering demonstrates the depth of her heroic faith and her unwavering commitment to God's will. Therese's physical health began to decline rapidly after contracting tuberculosis. She bore her illness with remarkable patience and fortitude, offering her suffering as a prayer for priests and missionaries. Her final months were marked by intense physical pain, yet she continued to offer spiritual guidance and radiate a profound sense of peace to those around her. Her acceptance of suffering, united with Christ's passion, is a powerful witness to her deep faith and unwavering hope in eternal life, providing inspiration for all who endure hardship. On September 30th, 1897, at the age of 24, Therese breathed her last, uttering the words, "My God, I love you." Her death, while sorrowful for her community, marked the beginning of her true legacy. She had prophesied that after her death, she would let fall a shower of roses from heaven, referring to the graces and miracles that would follow her intercession. Her life serves as an extraordinary testament to the power of a faith lived in profound simplicity and unwavering love, proving that even the shortest life can yield eternal fruit. Therese was canonized by Pope Pius XI in 1925, just 28 years after her death, a testament to the swift and widespread recognition of her sanctity. The world quickly embraced her little way, finding in it a relatable and achievable path to holiness. Her impact was so profound that in 1997, Pope John Paul II declared her a Doctor of the Church, making her one of only a few women to receive this esteemed title. This recognition solidifies her place as a profound teacher of spiritual truths for the entire Church. The patronage of Saint Thérèse of Lisieux is extensive. She is recognized as the patron saint of missionaries, despite never leaving the convent, demonstrating that spiritual effort and prayer are as vital as physical presence. She is also the patron of florists, aviators, and those suffering from tuberculosis. Her universal appeal lies in the accessibility of her spiritual message, inviting everyone, regardless of their calling, to embrace a life of extraordinary love in ordinary circumstances. Her prayers continue to bring solace and strength to countless souls. The Little Way profoundly impacted the lives of many other saints and spiritual figures. Saint Pope John Paul II had a deep devotion to her, often quoting her writings and promoting her spirituality. Saint Teresa of Calcutta, Mother Teresa, also drew inspiration from Therese's simple path, recognizing the power of doing little things with great love in her work among the poorest of the poor. These powerful endorsements from modern saints underscore the timeless and universal relevance of Therese's spiritual genius. Therese's spirituality remains incredibly relevant in our modern, often chaotic world. In an age that often glorifies grand achievements and outward success, her little way reminds us that true spiritual growth often occurs in the quiet, hidden acts of faith and love. It encourages us to find sanctity, not by escaping the world, but by transforming our daily lives through intentional acts of kindness, patience, and unwavering trust in God's love, no matter how small they may seem. This simple yet profound teaching offers peace amidst the pressures of contemporary life. Many contemporary Catholics find solace and guidance in Therese's teachings. Her emphasis on spiritual childhood, her confidence in God's mercy, and her practical approach to holiness resonate deeply with those navigating the complexities of modern faith. She teaches us that perfection isn't a prerequisite for God's love, and that our weaknesses can become pathways to His grace when we approach Him with humility and trust. This accessible path to sanctity continues to draw countless individuals closer to Christ. What practical lessons can we draw from Saint Thérèse of Lisieux today? Firstly, embrace humility. Recognize your smallness and rely completely on God's grace. Secondly, cultivate a spirit of profound trust in God's merciful love, knowing He desires only your good. Thirdly, practice the little way in your daily life by performing small duties and acts of kindness with immense love, offering them up for Christ. Lastly, learn to see suffering as an opportunity for spiritual growth, uniting it with Christ's passion. These simple steps can transform your spiritual journey. Consider a small act of charity you can perform today that might otherwise seem insignificant. Perhaps it's offering a genuine smile to a stranger, listening patiently to a troubled friend, or silently enduring an annoyance without complaint. These are the little ways Therese taught us to embrace, turning ordinary moments into extraordinary opportunities for grace. By consciously offering these small sacrifices, we participate in a powerful spiritual discipline that draws us closer to the heart of God, radiating His love into the world. The message of Thérèse of Lisieux is ultimately one of hope. It reminds us that sanctity is not just for the chosen few, but for all who desire to love God with their whole heart. Even if their expressions of love seem small, her life is a radiant testament to the power of spiritual childhood, a path where every stumble is met with God's forgiving embrace, and every hidden act of love holds infinite value in His eyes. She invites us to shed our anxieties and simply rest in the boundless love of our Heavenly Father. Her enduring influence underscores the truth of her prophecy. I will spend my heaven doing good on earth. Countless miracles and graces have been attributed to her intercession, solidifying her place as one of the most powerful intercessors in heaven. Stories of healing, conversion, and spiritual guidance continue to be shared by those who have turned to her in prayer, often accompanied by the symbolic shower of roses. These testimonies are a constant reminder of her continued work as the little flower, sending graces from above. As we conclude our exploration of Saint Thérèse of Lisieux, let us carry her profound message in our hearts, that the path to God is found not in grand, self-glorifying acts, but in the humble, faithful performance of daily duties, infused with boundless love and unwavering trust in God's mercy. May her little way inspire us all to transform our ordinary lives into extraordinary acts of devotion, drawing ever closer to Christ. Her life is a beacon for all who seek sanctity in the simplicity of faith. Thank you for joining us on The Cross Remains. We hope this video on Saint Thérèse of Lisieux has inspired you to embrace the little way in your own life. If you found peace and inspiration in this message, please consider showing your support. Like this video, share it with friends and family who might benefit from Therese's wisdom, and most importantly, subscribe to our channel, The Cross Remains, for more content exploring the enduring beauty and truth of the Catholic faith. Don't forget to click the bell icon to be notified of our latest videos, because His love endures forever.